So as you have done numericals in Coulomb's law, and the first part of numerical that you have done is using the magnitude of the Coulomb force. And then we studied superposition principle separately, and then you have tried doing various possibilities on superposition principle in Coulomb forces also. But here, when we have studied electric field, the theory part that we have just taken, it was having introduction of everything, the concept of electric field intensity, and also superposition principle in electric field and electric lines of force. So we have discussed so many points all together in this concept of electric field. Similarly, I am going to take all these good numericals one after another. And these numericals are not like in Coulomb force we have taken separately just magnitude and superposition principle. Here we will be talking about mix of all these concepts that we have discussed. So I will just take the first question, which says there are 2 point charges 4 microcoulomb and minus 2 microcoulomb, and they are placed 2 centimeter apart. So we have a charge, I would say the charge of 4 microcoulomb is represented in blue color, and then another one you have a charge of minus 2 microcoulomb over here, and they are placed 2 centimeter apart. So this is A and this is B. First part, what is magnitude and direction of electric field at the position of each? So in first part what we want is, what is electric field at A? So you know, if I am looking for the electric field at A, it cannot be an electric field due to its own charge. A charge will not provide electric field on its own surface. If electric field exists at A, it is only due to the charge at B. So electric field at A will be 9 into 10 to the power 9 into 2 into 10 to the power minus 6 divided by 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 square. So we are getting it as 4.5 into 10 to the power 7 Newton per Coulomb. And second, what is electric field at B? So again, this is important to learn. No charge will provide electric field on its own. So at B, if there is any electric field, it is only due to the charge, and that also has to be repulsive, because this plus 4 microcoulomb will only provide the charge here. It is EA. I would call it EB, electric field at B. So electric field at B will be 9 into 10 to the power 9, and the reason is this. Only this 4 microcoulomb will provide electric field at B into 4 into 10 to the power minus 6, 4 microcoulomb divided by 2 centimeter square. So answer is 9 into 10 to the power 7 Newton per Coulomb. So who is providing electric field? Who is providing electric field at 4 microcoulomb? It is not 4 microcoulomb. The one who is providing electric field at 4 microcoulomb is 2 microcoulomb. No electric field on its own surface due to its own charge. Similarly, who is providing electric field at B? The one who is providing electric field at B is not minus 2 microcoulomb, is plus 4 microcoulomb. So this is electric field at B. So first part we have done. Second part, what is magnitude and direction of electric field at midpoint between the two charges? So now I again draw the same situation. It's about part B. You have again this type charges of 4 microcoulomb and here a charge of minus 2 microcoulomb. And they are placed at a separation of 2 centimeter. But what we are looking for is, we are looking for electric field at point P, which is midway between them. So obviously this part is 1 centimeter and this part is also 1 centimeter. This is A and this is B. So if we are looking for the electric field at P, there are two electric field at P. One is electric field due to A, EA, and another is electric field due to B, which is EB. This charge A will provide electric field away from it because it's a positive charge, and this negative charge will provide electric field towards it. So if you are looking for the electric field at P, it will be EA plus EB. The magnitude of EA will be 9 into 10 to the power 9 into 4 into 10 to the power minus 6 divided by 1 into 10 to the power minus 2 square. And electric field due to B will be 9 into 10 to the power 9, 2 into 10 to the power minus 6 divided by 1 into 10 to the power minus 2 square. Because the separation of each from P is 1 centimeter now. So we will have it finally 36 into 10 to the power 7 plus 18 into 10 to the power 7. So it is 54 into 10 to the power 7 Newton per Coulomb. This is net electric field at point P, net electric field which is towards this direction at point P. It is combined effect of both A as well as B. Now part C of the same question, if we look at part C, find where on the line joining the two charges electric field is 0. So we have seen in between they were not getting 0. If one is giving a charge, having a charge of 4 microcoulomb, the other is having a charge of minus 2 microcoulomb, and they are placed at a separation of 2 centimeter. But we are looking for the point on the line where the electric field is 0. So it cannot be on this line between A and B, because between them the two electric fields are adding. Both are oppositely charged. So we say maybe at a point P, which is at a distance x. Now this is A and this is B. Maybe at a point P, we are getting the net electric field to be 0. Now at point P, there are two electric fields. One is due to this 4 microcoulomb, it is EA, and one is this due to this minus 2 microcoulomb, it is EB. So we want EA should be equal to EB, then only the net electric field at P to be 0. We want EP to be 0. EA will have a value 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught or 9 into 10 to the power 9, 4 into 10 to the power minus 6 divided by 2 plus x into 10 to the power minus 2 whole square. And EB will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2 into 10 to the power minus 6 divided by x into 10 to the power minus 2 whole square. So we can finally say 2x square is equal to 2 plus x whole square. So x root 2 is 2 plus x. x into root 2 minus 1 is equal to 2. So we will get x as 2 by root 2 minus 1, and we can get that position where we will get the net electric field to be 0 on the line joining the two charges. So that's how question number 1, and is very much understandable, where the important point about this question is that it made you think about one important point, that no charge will provide electric field on its own surface. And second, how to find electric field in between, or where to find a point where the electric field will be 0. Now let's take this question number 2 here. Question number 2 is about an infinite number of charges each equal to q are placed along x-axis at x equal to 1, x equal to 2, x equal to 4, x equal to 8, and so on. So the situation is that this is x equal to 0 and no charge is placed here. The first charge is placed here at x equal to 1, a charge q. The second charge is placed here at x equal to 2, a charge q. The third charge is placed here at x equal to 4, a charge q. And then at x equal to 8, we have a new charge, again q, like that. What will be the net electric field at O, at origin? So if I say what is net electric field at origin, it will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q 1 by 1 square plus 1 by 2 square plus 1 by 4 square plus 1 by 8 square plus so on. So the net electric field at origin will be q by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 16 plus 1 by 64 plus so on. And for this series GP, the result will be obtained by A by 1 minus R. Now here A is the first value and R stands for ratio. So I will be getting q by 4 pi epsilon naught. A is what, 1, and ratio is 1 minus 1 by 4. So we finally get q by 3 pi epsilon naught as the sum of all electric field acting at O, like that. Now the B part of the same question. What will be the field in above case if consecutive charges have opposite sign? So just imagine in the same situation, what if the consecutive charges have opposite sign? So first is plus q, second is minus q, then plus q, then minus q. Now how to find net electric field? So net electric field in this case will be q by 4 pi epsilon naught into, or 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q by 1 square, so it will be 1 square minus 1 by 4. You have 1 minus q by 2 square, then plus q by 4 square, so 1 by 16, minus q by 8 square, so 1 by 64, plus so on. So this time for the net electric field, when I put A by 1 minus R, A is 1, but ratio is minus 1 by 4. You can divide minus 1 by 4, then minus 1 by 4, it will be 1 by 16, then minus will be 1 by 64 like that. So net electric field will be Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. A is 1 and ratio is 1 minus 1 by 4. So we will get final as Q by 5 epsilon naught. This is 4 plus 1. So Q by 5 epsilon naught as the net electric field in this case. So this is question number 2 for you, and I hope you have understood it very well.